Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name of Chris Vick, and welcome back to the Game Lounge. Thank you, Kalissa. Shout out to Kalissa. Definitely thank you, Kalissa. My bad, I just sneezed. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Happy Wednesday. And for your viewing pleasure tonight, we have Batman Arkham Asylum. So if you tuned into the last episode, you would know we came from Killer Croc's lair to trying to shut down the pumps that was allowing, I guess Joker to be able to create his toxin and stuff like that. So now we're back in the Botanical Gardens to where we're going to confront Ivy and stop her nefarious plans of trying to turn this giant fucking island into a cabbage patch. But while we're at it, I was trying to figure out a topic of what to talk about today, and I was eating these peach gummies or whatever. And I wind up thinking about it. I was like, today's episode should be about fucking candy. I'm going to go down a list of candies that I feel like a lot of people would wind up relating to, and I'm going to give my experience for it. If you hear about your favorite candy, comment below. I would appreciate it. And thank you so much for tuning in.
Come and see.
Want to see no fucking plants get older? Anyway, so as I said, list of candies. First candy we're starting off with is M&M's. M&M's are a classic chocolate candy with a colorful shelled outer layer, which is also, I believe, chocolate, just a little bit more solid. And it held down the ground for just peanuts and chocolate being together for years. So I definitely give a thumbs up to M&M's. M&M peanut is the best. M&M milk chocolate. I found out about the cookie cream. I got a cavity because of it. But the M&M's definitely have held their ground for a long time. So I definitely agree with them. They're fire. Next candy I see is Reese's. My child's mother loves these goddamn cups of peanut butter with peanut butter in the center and chocolate on the outside, shaped like a cup or whatever fucking shape a Reese's Pieces is. What is a fladaptagon? It's not even a fucking hexagon. It's not a pentagon. It's got too many angles, bro. It's a fladaptagon because the flat you're doing with that shit. So Reese's Pieces, not Reese's Pieces, Reese's Cups. Reese's Cups are really good by themselves. I prefer the white Reese's Cup over the regular one. Not to say I don't approve of it at all, but it's just like, yeah, it tastes better with the white chocolate. But it's definitely fire. Oh, this thing's back on.
Are you ready for me?
No.
Do you think you can handle me?
Sure can. And that's why I said I couldn't. You know, most people would avoid the giant plant vine trying to make its way for my seductive choices, but I am Batman. So yeah, Reese's Cups, definitely fire. I like them myself. White chocolate is good. The originals, the Reese's Pieces, the Reese's Bits, I think, something like that. Those are pretty good. So shout out to that. Next candy we have is a Snickers bar. I'm going to want to get into the, somewhat sugary, more sweeter stuff or whatever, because I know you're hitting a lot of chocolate right now, but I'm just going down the list like I said. So, Reese's, definitely fire. Not Reese's, Snickers, my bad. Snickers, definitely a choice of candy bar that I've had for a while. I like the almond one a little bit better than the regular. I didn't have to kick him that hard, but I do have to put him to sleep. Come on, buddy. I'm sorry. You're going to feel that tomorrow. So yeah, Snickers bar, definitely, if you're hungry, grab a Snickers. That commercial was known worldwide when it dropped. As you can see, I still say it. Where am I going? Oh yeah. So, Snickers bar is definitely good. Thumbs up to that one. So on to Twix, right? If he wasn't so fine, I'd tackle you into the abyss.
I was a fool. I thought the plants were in pain. Now I realize they were evolving, growing stronger.
Poison Ivy is low-key just a fine-ass Pokemon because she's a grass type. So it's like, it makes sense, but then it doesn't. At first I was like, that's counterproductive. Why did your plant eat you? And then I'm like, oh, she's in control of this motherfucker. Great. Either way, so like I said, back to the list. A Twix bar. Definitely shout out to Twix. I don't know why, for some reason, they made it seem like... I guess it was just for propaganda or whatever. But they made it seem like the Twix bar was, like, different from whichever side they had. I'm like, no, the Twix bar tastes the same no matter what. What the hell y'all talking about? So, Twix is fire because it has, like, you know, the good caramel and the wafer crisp or whatever, so it's pretty dope. And, I was a fan of Twix for a while. I don't know what stopped me, but I cut down on candy. Probably because my teeth hurt. Oh, snap. No. I can't go like this. I can't go like that. Anyway, next candy, Laffy Taffy. I don't care what nobody says. If you copped the Laffy Taffy back in the day, you deliberately bought it because of two things. The flavor and the jokes on the fucking back. You had to say what was on the back. It had two. Every Laffy Taffy had two jokes on the back. And they were horrible jokes. However, you came with two jokes per Laffy Taffy. So if you got 10 Laffy Taffies, you had like an equivalent of what? Maybe 30 jokes or something? No, hold on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I don't feel like doing the math, but you do the math. It's a lot. I forgot I keep doing that. I know. Yeah, I could keep dying too. Next candy thing, Sour Patch Kids. Sour Patch Kids was probably like, I wouldn't say the founders of sour, because there was plenty of other things that was more sour. I'm gonna get into that in a second. So, Sour Patch Kids didn't start it. However, Sour Patch Kids, I feel like, in my opinion, did a really good job at administering the sourness in a different form. Like, they put it as kids, then they wind up doing the extremes, then they wind up having the fruits that were shaped like them. So Sour Patch was creative for the way that they presented their snack. However, it was more of sweet than sour for Sour Patch Kids, to be honest. Now, Crybabies. If you was real enough to be able to survive a Crybaby back in the day, then you were built different. Because a Crybaby back in the day, at least for me, was the most sour candy that you could get your hands on. Whether it was in the gumball form where you had the gum in the center, that was a good ass flavor. Or if you had the teardrops. I think I had the teardrops a couple years ago just because I wanted to go back in time. I'm like, nah, I gotta see how this shit is. So if you had Crybabies, then you definitely you wind up being strong enough to fucking withstand Nagasaki bombs. You were definitely different. But like I said, Sour Patch Kids definitely did good. And I was like, ready. What did I just say? Crybabies, yeah. Next candy bar, we're gonna talk about Nerds. Nerds were a very sugary, color-coded candy, which, you know, just straight sugar and sugary, sugar. Yeah, so Nerds was really good when it came to just how it tasted like they wind up making like mini versions of Jawbreakers. But Nerds was just basically like a hard candy. So there was a box that they had where you was able to have both flavors in one if you was able to find the box. So they had like a cherry strawberry, they had a grape blue raspberry, I think. And it was really dope to see how they collaborated, and you was able to either have one side of the box or you could have both at the same time. So it was dope. Then they had the Nerds rope. The Nerds rope was fire too. It was the taffy in the center. It was coated with Nerds though. And it was just like the Nerds rope was like a good arm's length worth of candy, so it was just pretty good. Which reminds me, nothing beats the amount of gum that you was able to eat when you got bubble tape. If nobody knows what bubble tape is, let me explain. Bubble tape is literally 6 feet of rolled up, powdery sugared gum in a round Pokemon shaped like container. That's what the fuck bubble tape is. Bubble tape back in my time when I was going to school or whatever, it was the gum that you went to when you wanted to share with your friends, but then you didn't want to lose out on too many pieces because, you know, the popular kids would get like Trident and they would get Orbit gum and, you know, look all cool and shit having gum in class. So I had got the stuff that could last with me. I'm like, nah, I'm getting some fucking bubble tape because somebody's gonna ask me, and I'm cool with mad people in the classroom because I'm the class clown. So y'all can have some. It's cool. But Nerds Rope and Bubble Tape were both like efficient sized pieces of candy that allowed you to have it for a while, and you didn't have to rush through it. The shit didn't get dry or whatever. I mean, the Bubble Tape was already dry, but you get my point. With Nerds Rope, you was able to like, you know, you was able to put it away. You didn't have to finish all that in one shot. You know, it was just candy for later type shit. Oh Jesus. Now I'm gonna try and keep attacking so I can just get this over with. Oh. Yeah, it's over. Excuse me. Yeah, let's get this over with. Sorry, bitch. You played the role, but you didn't get the part. Somebody clip that. Somebody, what? No, don't say that. Shut up. Shut up. Ah! Yeah, take that thing with you, goddammit. Why does the place always start breaking apart when the person gets beat up? Like, the entire time we was fighting, it couldn't have fell then. It has to fall now. That's crazy. Oh yeah, I forgot about this point. This is the finale area. That's when the fireworks start coming up, because Joker wants us to go right back to, I think, intensive treatment. Yep. It's finale time. Oh boy. Let's go about getting the last upgrade, triple batarang. Yeah, triple batarang. Hold 3 of them things. Alright, well, this might just wind up being the finale of the night, guys. So let's see how this plays out. It's now time for us to go to, air quote, the party that Joker is throwing for us at the cell block. And of course, you know how we gotta get down. I was gonna take a while to knock you out. I gotta put you down for good type shit. Down, boy. I can't grab him, so stay down, stay down. Yes. All right, cool. So before we wind up getting there, let's finish talking about the candy bars. Wait a second, my phone locked. God damn it. Okay. The last thing we talked about was bubble tape or whatever. Let's move on to Now-a-Laters. Now-a-Laters, in my opinion, was a, just for the hell of it, whatever. Ooh, joysticks. So Now-a-Laters were a very simple candy. You had a handful of flavors, and the thing about the Now-a-Later candy was simply the name itself. It was, I'm going to say pause right now, but this is how the slogan was. It was hard and something now, and then it was soft and chewy later. And I said pause, so you can't quote me. Yeah. Fuck out of here. Tortured me like that. Anyway, so, but an hour later was definitely a candy that it lasted a while. It was like, it basically was a taffy. It was just kept at a certain temperature. But then they made the chewy Now-a-Laters, and I was like, nah, these are way better. Because the beginning part where it's all solid and shit, I don't want to say hard because it just sounds crazy, but yeah, I understand this is a simple word, so.
If your name's not on the list, you ain't going in.
My name is on your face, nigga. Face. Nerd. I think I stopped my laugh. Did I stop my laugh? I'm gonna do it again. What are you doing, Bink? My name's on that fucking list. Because the party's for me, jackass. And I remember this part too. You just walk through here all calm and relaxed. as you head towards the visitor center to meet Joker and hopefully end the game. You've done a really good job trying to stop all the other things in between, side missions, and even some hiccups along the way. But you still find time to look this nigga in the face and say, bring it the fuck up! Everyone gets work before I go in there. It's a party, right? Where's the cake at? Where's the party favors? Nobody bought me any presents? What do you mean there's no party going on? There is a party. Turn the fuck up. Y'all standing there looking real calm. Stop playing the wall. Dance, nigga. That's it. Well, we don't have no reason to stand around and act like nothing's about to go on. Where's the music at? This is the most quietest party ever. The fuck? Sit your ass down somewhere. That's my two-step, all right. Let me show you what happens when you don't know how to play the banjo. It breaks your arm. Nice to meet you. Nice to feat you. Anyway, what are you doing? You're not dancing. I took a break, but I wasn't done yet. Anyway, I want to get back to the party that we was talking about. You guys don't know how to hang. What the hell's wrong with all of you? Next time, ask Jim to make the party for me. I'm heading in. So where was we at? With Annihilators, yes. Annihilators are definitely a good candy. Very simple. If you wanted a quick sweet treat or whatever, that definitely played this part. So definitely shout out to Annihilators. Next candy I have after this intermission is Twizzlers.
Don't tell me you've not been looking forward to it. I know I have. Surprise! Everyone always said I should be in television. You don't want to miss this, really. It'll be a blast.
I forgot which way I gotta go after this.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
I hate the fact that I can't like walk back out and this whole shit just blows up.
1.
So we were talking about Twizzlers. Yeah, right. Twizzlers. So Twizzlers are basically licorice, and it Twizzlers is basically a licorice candy. They wound up making a black Twizzler to make it taste like the original licorice, and made it taste worse. So imagine if you could eat tires. That's what the black Twizzler tastes like. Not that I've ever had tires. I'm just saying, if I could picture the taste of tires, it probably would have been that black Twizzler. So let's move on to the next one. Hershey bars. Everybody loves a good Hershey bar. I love the ones with almonds. I love the original. I actually love the cookie and cream one the most, to be honest. But all in all, a Hershey bar is a classic candy bar that everybody's had. You break it up into pieces, or you eat it whole, or whatever the case is. A Hershey bar is just a well-known candy bar. But I don't think it's as good as a Butterfinger. Butterfinger plays the same role as a Reese's Cup. It is peanut butter on the inside and chocolate on the outside, but it is made in a wafery, crisp kind of sense to where a Butterfinger is probably the messiest fucking candy bar you'll ever fucking eat. Whose idea was it to make that fucking candy bar? Like, here's my problem with it. The candy bar is great, right? And it tastes like everything. And it winds up having the perfect mixture of just chocolate and fucking peanut butter. It's great. But the fact that you couldn't even hide that you ate a Butterfinger because the shit crumbles before you finish it. It's what pisses me off. It's like being caught red-handed eating Flamin' Hot Cheetos. You just can't dodge that shit. And in my head, I'd be like, yo, the nerve that you had of having to allow me to eat such a great candy bar, but then I wind up having nothing but the candy bar left on. How much of the candy bar did I eat? How much did I eat? Bro, you mad too, right? I'd be mad as well. But it's like, you're not out here eating candy bars and shit. Anyway, yeah, you get acquainted with the wall. Nice swing. Batter up. Where's this friend at? Oh, almost walked into that one. Pink. Hey, buddy, take that. Oh, I thought he was gonna hit him. Damn, that'd have been great. Come on. So, next candy bar we're talking about is, where is it? Oh, Blow Pops. As much as of a man that I am, I definitely understand that, you know, talking about lollipops may be just a little strange, but we be real. There's a way to eat food and not have it be sus. So when I used to eat a lollipop, pause, I'm gonna just say that now. When I used to wind up eating lollipops or whatever, I wind up doing the opposite of what most people did, which was keep the stick in. I would twist the lollipop off of the stick and then go about just, you know, having it or whatever, but I didn't go about holding the lollipop because I didn't want that feeling. I don't like how the stick was just there on the side. So I would remove the stick from the lollipop and then I would have it like a jawbreaker or whatever. So, Jesus Christ. Bro, didn't you just hit the fucking wall? God damn. So yeah, but everybody knows that the best lollipops was the Charms one. Oh shit. Where you at? Whoa. Good. Here we go. So yeah, it's definitely a pretty good candy, so I'll give it to that. Charms wind up making a blow pop, and they wind up making a lollipop that had gum in the center, which was fire. And then they had a whole bunch of fire-ass flavors. They had the cherry, the grape was the worst, no offense. The green apple was the best, and if you were lucky, you were able to find the strawberry and the watermelon flavors. I didn't find them shits until I was like 20 years old. So I was like, wow, where the fuck these shits been at the whole time? The cherry tastes like nothing after that. You don't even give a damn about the cherry after that. What's the next candy? A Kit Kat. Kit Kat bars, big off a piece of that. Kit Kat bar. So Kit Kat bars were Jesus Christ. Kit Kat bars was basically, in some shape or form, a shareable type of, you know, wafer crisp, which had chocolate and stuff. Jesus Christ. Now, the Kit Kat bar wound up doing the same thing that the Reese's Cup did, though. They wind up also making theirs, God, my shoulder, shit. They wind up also making a white chocolate version of their candy bar, which, in my opinion, is actually a little bit better. So, in my head, I'd be like, nah, that's actually a preferred flavor in my eyes. Now, a Kit Kat is good. I just felt like it's not as filling. So in my head, I'd be like, yeah. But it is what it is. So, you know, I still eat the candy. It doesn't matter. Next candy we're talking about. Ah, geez, we're gonna start getting the worst ones now. Candy corn. Candy corn is ass. I don't care what you say. Candy corn is straight ass. It's booty meat. It's disgusting. It tastes like candy corn tastes like regret. That's what candy corn tastes like. Like, I don't care how tantalizing it might look like in the bag. Candy corn is literally for decoration. You're eating a decoration for a time of year, specifically for Halloween. That's what you're eating. Because candy corn tastes trash to me. So do circus peanuts. Why do those candies exist? If anybody ever ate circus peanuts, you may be entitled to money. Because if circus peanuts and candy corn weren't just simple decorative candies that people just started eating because they look like candies, that's exactly what they are. They're fucking horrible. I wouldn't even waste my time trying to, like, if I saw that a store was only, if a store was only giving out circus peanuts, like these waxy ass, beige, tan colored, fake ass, like they were fucking horrible. Made me go, just kill me. Hate that shit. But yeah, candy corn and that is trash. Another somewhat trashy item. I won't say it's trash, but it's not really up there. Those red candies that come in with the green tipped or whatever thing, like they're red, they look like strawberries, but that's the strawberry flavor. Those are kind of ass, but they're not big. I don't know where to put those at. I'm gonna say mid. I'm right here. Like my hand is halfway of my height. So I'm gonna say mid. But that candy is not really worthy of being a candy. Like, nah. I felt like it could have been way better but that's one of those cheap ones and stuff like that. Another trash candy is our soft mints. Unbeknownst to you, my grandmother is a huge fan of soft mints, and she wind up liking those a lot. I wind up trying them because of her. A soft mint tastes like a mint that somebody already had ate, but just didn't finish. And in my head, I'm like, you just finish that fucking mint, because I don't want that shit. It's disgusting. So that's trash too. Another trash one, Good and Plenty. Oh, the lie in that fucking name. I bought a box of Good and Plenty out of curiosity one day. I don't know if I was drunk. I don't know if I was sober. I don't know if I was high. I just know I wasn't in my right mind. I wind up getting the box of Good and Plenty. I don't even know exactly what Good and Plenty is. I think it's like fruit or some shit, but it's like fruited candy. And I don't know if they tried to make it as realistic as possible, but it's a curse. Good and Plenty is ass. It's completely ass, and I don't like that shit at all. It's horrible. So put that in the worst category. Another candy that I can't really get down with, or basically a sweet or whatever, York peppermint patties. My mom was a fan of these, and I don't discredit her for liking them, but in my opinion, I feel like chocolate and mint should have never met. Like, that's a date that could have been postponed. Y'all didn't have to meet. Y'all didn't have to go out. That's like finding out that your uncle and your aunt was related to something, and they wind up having y'all or some shit, like, or they wind up having your cousins. That's horrible. Like, you didn't have to know that. So the fact that y'all wind up fusing the unholy divinity of chocolate and mint, I understand that there's times where it does look tantalizing. Oh shit. But I would rather not, bro. That shit is no. Hell no. So definitely put that on the bad list. Another bad candy. I'm gonna say it, Milky Way. Now, the only reason why a fucking a Milky Way is trash is because of the fact that I feel like they overdid it with the caramel. You don't need to drown this shit in caramel. A hint of caramel will do it justice. A Snickers bar is perfect with the caramel. Oh yeah, I gotta drag him down. Stop showboating. Let me show you how this works, son. I just gotta do that 2 more times. Yeah, so, what candy was I talking about just now? I forgot. What candy was I talking about? York peppermint patties. Yeah, just the unholy trinity of that. I forgot what other candy bar I was talking about, and I'm mad that I forgot. Shit. Oh, Milky Way. Yes, there we go. Sorry. Yeah, Milky Way. I felt like they overdid it with the caramel, and it wound up making a candy bar that probably had a decent amount of potential. And they just overdid it. And it's like, now you don't even fucking want it. Because if you don't like caramel, it's not going to do you any good. So it felt like a waste. But I don't like it because it has too much caramel, in my opinion. My mom used to be a fan of those too. So I don't knock the fact that she liked it. I just damn sure couldn't get down with it. Let's get back into some good candies, though. Let's talk about some gum. What about, what kind of gum? No. One more sweet candy. Airheads. Airheads were these, like, it was a version of taffy, but it was like light fainted or something. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was, like, I don't know. They did a really good job at making the candy, like, have a full flavor to it, but it didn't feel like it was a heavy piece to bite into. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it was lightweight. So I definitely get where they had the name idea for it. There was one time they wind up having this they wind up having this mystery version of it, and you had to figure out what flavor it was. I forgot what flavor my damn self whenever I had it, but I could have swore majority of the times it was orange. On to some more candies. Let's talk about some candies you've probably never heard of. 100 grand. Yes, the name of the candy bar is called 100 grand. 100 grand is a chocolate bar with a wafer crisp interior and I think a bit of an exterior. It's a very light and chewy bar. The chocolate winds up placing it very well when it comes to the flavor, and it's a very light bar itself. It's not anything else special to it. They say 100 grand because it got like 100 crisp in the shit, so it's like a floaty ass chocolate bar, but it's still pretty good. But I don't know if you ever heard of a Mr. Good bar. A Mr. Good bar is basically the version of a M&M, well, it's basically the almond version of a goddamn Snickers bar. I mean, of a what bar? Of a Hershey bar that you want where the maximum amount of peanuts actually matches up to the fucking candy bar. And Mr. Goodbar does a good job at teasing you because most of the time I don't think they have to have the bigger size bars of the Mr. Goodbar. I'm lying.
Jack Ryder, can you hear me?
It's over, Playboy. And the last bar that I'm dropping is this bar.
I can take it. I can take anything you throw at me, bats. You can't beat me.
I'm gonna wind up letting this in. Thanks for the topic discussion, guys. Comment your favorite candy below. I'll never let you win so much that I'll cover my hand with explosive gel and wind up giving away my hand to your fate, Bink. My boy damn near gave up his arm to knock you out. Shit is crazy.
I'm fine, Barbara. The GCPD finally has control of the asylum. Doctors are treating the injured, but it looks like it'll take some time. All super criminals are back in custody. Quite a mess in there. And the venom-enhanced inmates are returning to normal. Though for some, the process can be quite painful.
Boy, I did that nigga dirty!
Shame about your car. Can I give you a ride?
Thanks, Jim, but I have one on the way.
Get some rest. You deserve it.
Stay safe, Jim.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Arkham Asylum! Such a wonderful beginning to the Arkham franchise. I definitely got to give it up to Rocksteady and Warner Brothers for allowing this game to exist. Oh my God. Y'all already know what that means. That means that after I start this and I finish this, that means that I can now get into the end. I'm very sorry I can't do Origins. I was told to do Origins by a handful of people because it would chronologically have created it to be right. I wind up doing it in a different order, so I'm sorry about that. However the case, Arkham Knight will be coming up soon. But I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to this series. It was definitely fun and very fun to do over again. I definitely love the Arkham series and everything about it. Rest in peace, Captain Conroy. Shout out to Mark Hamill and everyone else that played their roles and whatnot in this game series. This game series is perfect. There's no flaws to it. I couldn't love the Arkham series more than any other superhero game, personally. Spider-Man 2 is a close second, but the Arkham games, you have no competition. So definitely shout out to them. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, subscribing, liking, sharing, whatever you do. I appreciate everything you do, and I hope to one day be a channel that's definitely worth all the love and the vision that you've given me. Because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And any game ideas you might have, please send them to us. We definitely love to try them out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And until next time, game it till you sleep.